So let's just take a quick sweep of where we are on Abbeydale Road. Looking up there towards Hadfield. Continuing our journey, we're at the junction with South View Road. Nether Edge Pizza. Ah, some cool street art. Not the best ever, but you know, I like it. Southview Road. Nice original street sign before they invented postcodes, which was in the late 1960s as far as I remember. Restaurants, barber shops, betting shops. It's got it all. Dessert time. Well, I haven't had lunch yet. Kurdish charcoal grill. Smells good. Now, this looks familiar. Bottom of Chippinghouse Road. Wasn't this a post office? Oh, get a new exhaust, just show off. This used to be a post office, I'm sure. Chippinghouse Road had a post office. I remember, because I've been here before. I've lived all over the place in Sheffield. I used to live on Abbeydale Road at number 675, and I also used to live in Nether Edge, just up there on, about half a mile up there, called Montgomery Road. Number 17, Montgomery Road. I shall look forward to visiting that again when I walk around Nether Edge. Cafe and restaurant. All interesting stuff. Alimentary Centrale. Oh, this looks interesting. Rumkeg. It's a little micro bar. Or Rumkeg. It's called Dead Donkey. Is it called Dead Donkey or Rumkeg? What a cool name. A lot of these places, of course, I don't recognise. The post office is gone! But post offices close all the time. I shouldn't be surprised. This is St. Ronan's Road. S7 junction with Abbeydale Road. It's a nice tree-lined avenue, some old villa type places up there. So this is the Catholic Church of the Mother of God. Do you ever look at its building? I like the designs of old churches. Okay, I thought there were some steps there, but they're not. Nearly walked off. Crunch. One thing you've got to do when you're doing walkabout filming is not only you're looking at the camera, you really should watch what your feet are doing as well. Otherwise you walk off the edge of a cliff or something. So let's continue. I want to walk along Abbeydale Road until all the shops start to peter out and it just goes into housing, which I think is quite a long way on. Trying to see if there's any shops or places that I remember from the 1980s. Splendid. How splendid. Smashed and pulled, stone baked pieces. Barbers, lots of barbers. Banky's kitchen. Locksmiths. You see, you've just got about every possible shop on here. Abbeydale appliances and property. Another hair cutting place. Abbeydale Beerworks tap room coming soon. That'll be another mini pub. Watch out for Abbeydale Tap House. It's opening there next to Forge Bakehouse, which is number 302, for those of you who like that sort of thing. We're at the junction with Steade Road, S7. There's lots of eating places along here, but I haven't seen an Indian restaurant yet. I do remember London Road and this part of Abbeydale Road to be chock-a-block with Indian restaurants. Haven't seen any. Frederick Road. Oh look, remember phone boxes? They're a dying breed, they really are. Cole's Corner, record shop and cafe bar. If I start collecting vinyl records again, I shall go in. Oh, I will. Best Buy Bagels. Oscars? Barbers. Well, at one time you couldn't move for Indian restaurants, now you can't move for barbers. So there you are, Sheffield 2026 in the raw. No post-production CGI overlays, but exactly as it is, in the raw. Jameson's. Breakfast, lunch, afternoon teas. Lots of coffee places though. Certainly wasn't like that back in the 80s when I lived around here. It's a charity shop, St Vincent's. Might take a look in there on the way back. I just get distracted, so I like to keep on walking until I've got enough footage. The Greek village. So you see how Abbeydale Road is got a very different flavour and feel to it to other places we've been. It's also the same with Edgedale Road, going to do that end to end fairly soon. But that is very different to Abbeydale Road. It's completely different demographic. Belper Road, S7. Now over there, although shooting into the sun a bit, this is where I need a neutral density filter. There's the Abbeydale Picture House, which I believe is closed at the moment because there's a problem with the roof. That, of course, used to be a cinema originally. It's been saved from demolition, although it's looking... kind of does look quite sorry for itself. There's plants and things growing out of the walls and the roof. But maybe that can be saved. We'll walk past that again going back. Not into the sun this time. Oh, You know me and street art. Come on, that's good. That's cheerful, that's colourful. I like that, that's cheered me up. Not that I wasn't cheerful anyway. I'm always cheerful when I'm out with a camera. But you know what I mean, colour. Just love colour. Empire Road, S7. So we're continuing along Abbeydale Road, opposite Tesco Express there. I don't remember that before. I wonder what that was when I lived around here. Well, not far off where I used to live. I think it's a couple of 100 yards further on the other side of the road, but I walked past it on the way back. This is sort of turning into Nether Edge here. This part of Abbeydale Road goes through kind of the bottom of Nether Edge. There's a pub over there, the oh, what is it? I've forgotten what it's called. The Broadfield, that's it, that's over there. Lots of junk type shops, that's what I remember about Abbeydale Road as well. Antiques and junk. Fireworks? I don't remember it for fireworks. This was a bank when I was living around here. I remember this was a bank. As I always say, you can always tell an old bank anyway because of the architecture. But that was a bank that was open. The bottom of Sheldon Road. Was that a Midland bank? I remember going in there. We've got to cross here. Sheldon Road, outside the gin bar. That wasn't here. Was this a banker's? Oh yeah, look. This was a bank. You can see the word bank next to gin bar. So two banks next to each other down here. I think one was a Midland. I think. This is the Broadfield. Yeah. Remember it well. They do lunch, don't they? You know, I might get some lunch on the way back. So we're just outside the Broadfield, looking towards Sheffield that way. Yeah, I used to live, it's further on I think, not quite as close as I thought. We're next to Nether Edge Primary and Nursery School. This road is always so busy. It's the main arterial road into town from lots of places. Glen Road. So number 512. So I lived at 675, so I think it was on the other side of the road. I think the house is still there. It was a rented house next to a bathroom and shower supply shop. I do remember that. Gatefield Road, S7. Oh yeah, I recognise it now. There was a petrol station just up there on the left. But that's why I remember Chippinghouse Road Post Office, because I think it was the closest post office to where I lived. Just up here. Furniture shops here. Yeah, there always used to be furniture shops here as far as I can remember. I think I bought something from here, or one of these places, back in the day. Looking up Marden Road towards Nether Edge. We're doing Nether Edge separately. Service station, yes, it's still there. Service station. This was a petrol station as well, by the looks of it. I'm sure it would have been back in the mid-80s. Abbey Hand Car Wash. Now, you've got a dirty car, there's your answer. Edgedale service station. Wasn't called that when I lived there. It was one of the big garage names, like either a Shell or a Texaco or something. In fact, it hasn't even got any petrol pumps anymore. Don't know what it is. It's not a petrol station. Just over there, I'm not going to cross over here, just over there, number 675 is where I lived for 3 months in 1985. There was a shower shop next door to it, but that's gone. 675, it's just there. And I had that attic room up there. If you're interested, count the second chimney from the left, that attic window there. I had that room. Oh my god, history. What was here? Oh, so something here. I think there was something here. I don't remember this being all open green space. Well, I'm not going to walk as far as Millhouse is, because I can get a bus all the way there and do Millhouse's Park without walking all the way from town, so that's on my list. Edgedale Road, S7. Church still. Cartonol Methodist Church. Yes, it is. Should we have a quick squint? I love old buildings. I don't care what they are. I love old original buildings. Interesting. Carved the primary department, the Sunday school, the church stone, the young men's, the young ladies, the women's something, the Abbeydale women's owners. Is that? What's that about? Right opposite Cavendish Motor Company. Some work being going on down here. The garden's been cleared. Keeping it nice and tidy. I can smell a garden fire. Some people hate that smell. I kind of like it. Takes me all the way back to where I used to live. back in the 1960s. My father would always have a garden fire on Saturday afternoons and into tea time, just burning all the garden rubbish, because we had a big garden. There was loads of stuff every week in the summer. And it's that smell. Cartonell Road, S7. It's a wide road. Blossom trees. Oh. So we are kind of just gone past the Nether edge on Abbeydale Road. Sort of heading out to more residential areas. We buy any car? Well, I bet you wouldn't buy mine. Far too past it for you, I'm afraid. Nice old Land Rover. Looking back towards town, which is it's over a mile away now. We've walked a fair distance. We've still got the second half of London Road and Chesterfield Road to do. That's also on my list. In fact, what isn't on my list? Oh, I remember this place. Eric Gilbert Carpets. That was here in the 1980s. Yeah, it's one of the places I remember. I used to know the son of the owner, who was called Stuart Gilbert. He's no longer with us, but his father owned this place. Falmouth Road junction with Abbeydale. Stationary traffic on this road, and we're over a mile away from town. Crazily busy. Lynmouth Road, S7. Oh, we're going to be in S7 forever. It does change to S11, I think, eventually. Then after that to S17. All on my list. Oh, I meant to get a Chinese the other day and I never got round to it. St Luke's charity shop. I always want to look in charity shops, but I know what happens. I will get distracted and I won't get done what I want to get done. Pepe's hair design. Lovely period houses. Look at the stained glass above the front doors there. Oh, I like those. So I think the shops are actually petering out now. It goes pretty much residential. So what I'm going to do, actually I think there's a pub just up here. We're coming up, I think, towards the junction with Abbey Lane, I think, which isn't that far from Millhouses. Let's just see what junction this is. Is this Archer Road? Abbeydale Road. Well, I'm actually going to turn around here. Oh, we've got another church, the Community of St Peter and St Oswald. Nice and peaceful. That's what you expect from a church, of course. Peaceful. Nice old church building. I assume it's still a church. There's nothing to say that it isn't. So, at the junction with Abbeydale Road, I'm going to turn round. I'm going to do Millhouses Park. Back to this area on another day. I'm getting a bit hungry, so I'm going to head back into town, and I'm sure I'm going to stop off for a bite to eat somewhere. I fancy the Broadfield. I've not been in there for, oh my word, got to be at least 13, 14 years.